All right, come on, YouTube, do that spinny thing. And then it'll be 5 seconds into the podcast, and then I'll be like, oh, it's gone live. Then it's actually like 5 seconds in already. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the IGL podcast, the best way to spend your Tuesday. Boys, how are we doing this lovely cold Tuesday? We all got jumpers on? Wait, do you have a jumper on?
Yep.
Okay, thank fuck, yeah. Where's the singlet?
He's got that eastern suburbs
Yeah.
of Sydney fucking jumper.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I got a jumper from the bush, bro. He's got a soccer jumper. You know it's from Melbourne, bro. Okay, we represent where we're from, bro.
It's a wet weather jacket, so yeah, it's definitely fucking Melbourne.
Yeah. How we going? How we going, guys?
No, not too bad.
Good.
I got a Milo in the BMO cup, bro. I'm ready to go.
Oh, I knew I was missing something.
Hot Milo.
Hot coffee.
That's where it's at, bro. All right, well, let's get straight into it. Activision is the scummiest fucking company on earth.
Damn, we really are getting straight into it.
I hate when a bad company rips a good thing away from the community, man, and they have really fucking done it this week, man. They have really ticked me off, man. So, the best thing about COD right now is probably some of these mods we have on PC at the moment. Bringing life into old games that, you know, honestly on PC have been mistreated. Don't have communities anymore, you know, can't play the game modes you want to play, you know. Some of these mods that we have single-handedly brought life back into these games. Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare Remastered, some of the big ones. Modern Warfare 2, the client for that's insane. Actually, we had a client that was on the way for Black Ops 3 that Black Ops 3 actually has a huge issue. As is, if you join a public game, a hacker can actually get control of your PC just by you joining a public game with them. That mod was supposed to stop, right? That Treyarch and Activision have failed to patch completely, right? No controller support for these games, a console game, mind you. Just going to face the camera a little bit more because I'm actually really ticked. This is some shit I was going to talk about on my channel. I just haven't had the time lately. So here's my spiel. If you can't make a good fucking game, just quit. Just get over it. Get your community to make it, man. The fact they shut down the SM2 mod, which was it was shaping up to be the best COD we've ever seen. You know, like the best guns on one of the best engines. Old school, man. Rank support. Search and destroy was about to be clean. It's disappointing they're not using these devs' talents, right? And they're just shutting their shit down, bro. There's somebody take over, bro.
I was just gonna say the SM2 client would have been just like COD Mobile if it was done ported to computer, but kind of a little bit better in the way where like everything just was a bit better suited. It was looking really good, and it is a very big shame because I was someone that was looking really forward to it.
Yeah, look, it's I know Reaper, you didn't have much idea of what we were talking about today.
Yeah. So I was just gonna ask you boys, for someone that doesn't know, like you said, SM2 was it?
Yeah, SM2 is the big mod that was going to come out. Yep.
I never heard of it.
Yep.
I'm a console player. I've always been a console player. So for someone that's been a console player, what is these mods, I guess?
Okay, so I'm about to put SM2 gameplay up. I don't know if you've seen it at all.
No.
So this is what SM2 was supposed to be. It's actually a good video to show everybody. SM2 is supposed to be like a fan creation of some of the most popular game modes, guns, maps. I'm sure there would have been skins and stuff as well from COD's past. You know, some of the glory days of this video game. As you can see, it's gun game on terminal in the Modern Warfare 2 engine. Like straight away, you know what I mean? Like I can see why Activision wouldn't want this to exist, right? I think the idea is it would take away from their sales, right? But if anything, this would actually make me want to play COD more. Now you can see straight away. You can already see a bunch of guns from older CODs that are unique that we've never seen again. You know,
clean everything looks.
Yeah, everything's so clean on that crispy Modern Warfare 2 engine, and they actually just ported all this from the MW2 engine to the Modern Warfare Remastered engine to make it look even better. So there's a few issues. Legality wise, you know, they actually rebuilt all these assets from the ground up as well. So they didn't take Activision's assets; they rebuilt it or repurposed it all. So there was a pretty they really thought that they could get away with making it. And something to this level, it's like a couple guys in their garage making this shit. But look, unfortunately, it looks like we're just never going to be able to see the light of day of this. If this code ever leaks for this game, like they're pretty much fucked, especially if they leak it themselves. So, Activision has some strong lawyers, man, and look, there's reasons out there why people are saying that this game isn't allowed to come out, or they've had that cease and desist from the Activision lawyers put against them, like stuff like they were pushing for this game because they were pushing people to get Modern Warfare 2 to play this game. And then they switched engines, so they were just letting people. They were like advertising that you can just get Modern Warfare Remastered to play it.
Yep.
Like me myself, I actually bought Modern Warfare 2, the game, right, to play this mod. So now, in my opinion, right, Activision actually owes me money for this game not coming out. I don't know, I'll be taking that all the way back. So Activision right now, it's changed because we're going to off season, bro. I'm going to off season, okay? So TJ, you're off the hook, bro. Okay, Activision. You owe me $40, okay? I want to see that in my bank account next week. Or give us SM2 back. What do you guys think?
You can fuck $40 off, but I'd like SM2.
SM2, bring SM2 back.
Yeah.
But you can see, right? You can see why Activision got their lawyers. They got scared. They shot themselves. They got their lawyers out for this game. This is already looks like a better product than Activision can provide for us right now. What are you guys' thoughts? Jump in, please. I'm just gonna keep ranting because this has really pissed me off. It's really fucking not made my week.
Yeah, like I'm in the same boat as you. Like you showed me this, 9-12 months ago. I think you put me onto this, and I've been keeping up to date with all the updates in the Discord because I had a full Discord server where you could, they had frequent updates in the Discord with new gameplay, with admins being in contact with you. They had a full community behind it where they were communicating with everything, like what they were doing, what they were changing, everything. They'd communicated with the community in the Discord. You could keep up to date with everything. They were transparent with everything. As soon as it came through, they let everybody know that there was a cease and desist. And if I'm not mistaken, they've actually shut the Discord server down.
Nah, it's still open. Oh, they might have shut communications in the Discord down, but it's still there. It's still open.
I'm no longer even in the Discord, so.
It might have been recent. I checked it today. It was still up.
But since then, it's basically gone dead silence, which you expect with the cease and desist. But it's really upsetting because they had poured a lot of time and effort into it, and money, I'd assume, as well.
At least, their own time is their money, man. And I hope they go on to do something really good with everything they've learned from this game. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And it's just a shame because we've voiced our opinions on the current COD and the most recent COD before this one, where we're personally not huge fans of it in comparison to older CODs. It's definitely lost its touch. And I was really excited for this because I was hoping it would kind of rekindle that a bit for me.
I definitely think it was going to, man. I honestly, there's nothing that when I see this game, I'm not excited for. Look, if I had my own way, there'd be ways different I would make this game rather than the Modern Warfare 2 engine, like certain guns that are in the game, right? We all have our best of lists, right? Yeah. But this was shaping up to be the game. Honestly, the game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And for Activision to cease and desist it and not actually try and nurture this and make it a fully fledged product is really disappointing to me because it looks like they've really done some work with this and they could have, done something that would have made Activision some money and probably breathed new life into the Call of Duty franchise. Something we haven't seen at least since Modern Warfare and definitely we haven't seen since Black Ops 3.
4, I'd say.
No, I wouldn't say 4. Maybe 4 breathed new life in the reason that there was Battle Royale and whatnot, but I would say Modern Warfare is more akin for the Battle Royale stuff. So I would say
4 on competitive side because it was first of 5v5.
For us, right? I'm talking more for the pub kids, bro. I'm talking more for Call of Duty as a whole. I think the last great COD title that everyone was playing was Black Ops 3 because Advanced Warfare was a bit off the mark, but Black Ops 3 was crispy.
CWL Advanced Warfare was dope.
Oh. Dude, COD for all the jetpack games, even Infinite Warfare, which is a shitter of a game, bro.
Yeah, I didn't really get to play many of the jetpack games, but for me, nothing's come close. Well, I can't say that because Black Ops 4 is my favorite of all time, but pub-wise, on a PC anyway, Modern Warfare 3 topped it for me.
Yeah, Modern Warfare 3 was good, man, but I don't think it's
Pubs
anywhere in
was
top 5 to be
phenomenal.
honest. But anyway, off topic. That's completely off topic. I actually, now we're talking about SM2 a fair bit. We'll keep playing this because, like, rest in peace, SM2, man.
Yeah.
I'd love to play you one day, but obviously I'm never going to get the
It's
chance
on
to. So.
the same level when Pixelmon got taken down for 2 years.
Yeah, true.
Pixelmon got a cease and desist for about 18 months to 2 years from Minecraft mods. I think it was actually from Pokemon rather than Minecraft.
That makes sense. Pokemon Company, yeah.
Yeah, but that came back, so there's a possibility that it might come back as well, maybe.
This isn't, yeah. Look, I highly doubt it because this isn't even out. It hasn't even got the community support yet. You know what I mean? Really, like, and don't get me wrong. Yeah, you want to jump in, Ripper, please?
Yeah, just an off-topic question sort of thing. For someone that, like I said, was more of a console player.
Red dots.
This whole thing about this SM2, it would have been a server that would have been playable on a COD game, or is it more like it's going to be its own sort of game?
No, so
More like a mod.
yeah, you would have had to get Modern Warfare 2 and then add this mod to Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah. It would have been a
Okay.
separate client
Yeah.
on top of it. Have you done Plutonium at all?
Have you dabbled? No. Yeah, well, we might have to dabble before Plutonium goes down, okay? Yeah, I reckon
similar
we do.
in concept.
Yeah. Do you own any of the old CODs at all?
He wouldn't on PC.
Not on PC.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not against getting them because like we've said before, I've had more fun on the older games.
Well, we can sort something out. Don't worry. Like, I don't want to fucking put it out there because the next topic, like, you can get fuck it. You can get Plutonium without having the games downloaded, but they do recommend on the site that you buy the games first, which I bought a couple just for the mods, you know. And I think Activision should really look at the fact that, you know, people do buy these games just for the mods.
So in saying that, you're saying that Activision is actually, because you said before, Benny, Activision obviously want them to not play this because they won't get money out of it, like sales.
Yeah, I gather that's the theory.
But in saying that, isn't the theory bit lopsided because you're having to buy these games to play these mods? So
I hate being devil's advocate for Activision Blizzard, but look, it also promotes piracy of these games. It's very easy to pirate these old games. I don't think that's very fair to consumers like myself. Because I mind you, like Modern Warfare 2, like I said, I've paid $40 to play this game, this mod, and now it's been taken down by Activision. So I literally have a waste of space.
$40 you paid to Activision, not the developers of SM2.
Yeah. And I wasn't going to pay the SM2 developers a dime, not a cent, bro.
Yeah.
So
like, that $40 you paid.
So in saying that, Activision should have just hired these two people, or how many people that were there, because they've actually made something that people want to play.
Good question, Reaper.
Instead of fucking doing it, sorry for my language, but instead of doing a cease and desist, they should have hired them because they've got something that's actually working.
Yeah, exactly my point, bro. Exactly. I think we all can agree. Like, clearly these guys have an idea, and it's clearly the community was behind them as well. Very clear. So
no, it kind of looks like that. There's three guys that love, or how many ever guys it was, but a group of people that love playing.
4 of them.
Yeah, there's like people dedicated.
People that love playing Call of Duty as a kid and grew up playing Call of Duty that put all these game modes together that made you want to play COD. I think that the recent games, there haven't been enough of game modes in particular that have made people wanting to play COD.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's the biggest factor in it. Like, and especially with this game, it took how long for them to just drop a game mode that we all loved, which was gunfight?
Yeah, it sucked. And it sucked.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going to say. Like, you can have as many game modes as you want, and as many of the old fucking phenomenal game modes that everybody loved, like Hardpoint, like Search, all that. But if the maps are dog shit, then they're not going to be enjoyable. Like, you look at Search pubs in this game, how much of that have we played? Because it's just the maps don't feel fun when you play it for Search pubs.
And a bunch of broken guns and cheesy weapons, bro, like akimbo pistols and shit ruin the fun.
Those akimbo pistols, you can have the fucking best primary fucking gun in the game, and you get absolutely fucking melted.
Yeah. Look, and I'm gonna divert off SM2 a little bit here. Because another mod actually went down as well. And like a series of mods, actually, a mod collective, I would say, client for the mods. SM2, I get it. As much as it fucking sucks, I get why it's down. I get why the developers got the cease and desist and decided to not, pursue anymore. And I'm sure it sucks for them and it's rough, but I understand. You can see this gameplay and go, that might be an infringe on copyright. But when you get into the XLabs cease and desist of recent, it's a bit disappointing to me because they are not taking assets from a game and then making a new game, right? They are preserving the life of games that exist already.
Isn't it just public servers?
It's server browser, quality of life, couple new maps.
Yeah.
You can play Nuketown in Modern Warfare 2, bro. You can use the Peacekeeper in Modern Warfare 2 or something. You know what I mean? Like it's quality of life changes as well as server browser and just stuff the community needs to have a game live forever. You know what I mean? And like, yes, yeah. Like I get why SM2 is a cease and desist kind of thing, but I just don't fucking understand why like games that are getting preserved by fans are now getting taken down. Honestly,
well,
I don't.
Actually, I don't even get why the SM2 got taken down. To be fair, because like even if this Call of Duty, they promised a sandbox mode. If you guys don't remember,
I remember, yeah.
so they promised something for
I
the
actually
fans
completely
and
forgot about that.
the fans to make their own map, essentially, and
Oh,
put
that's
it
right.
up.
It was supposed to be the COD version of Forge.
Yeah.
But they didn't even do that. So they're not even promising, like, they're not delivering on a promise. So when someone else is doing it from their own back, it shouldn't be taken down. It should be like, you promised something, you didn't deliver, so we're taking the initiative to do it for you.
Mm.
Yeah.
And look, these
You know what I
developers shouldn't be these developers shouldn't be stopped from doing the stuff that they're doing, man. Activision should be taking these guys on board, man. Honestly,
100%.
like I don't think these developer studios, apart from Treyarch, because I will never talk bad about Treyarch, I don't think these developer studios can make good games anymore, and I don't necessarily think it's the development studio's fault. I think it's Activision with their thumb pressing on them.
Yeah, it's corporate, 100%.
It's
the exact same as in the like the Battlefield series is another prime example of corporate like EA and shit just fucking with how the development team of Battlefield wanted to do stuff. Like they had a what's the old saying, foot on their throat.
Yeah, thumb on the neck, foot on the neck,
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's what it's coming down to. The development studios aren't getting free reign; they're getting put on a leash.
Yeah.
They're just getting told what to do rather than being able to kind of decide themselves on what they want to do.
Yeah.
That's why majority of the top games coming out are more like indie companies in that, because they don't have that overhead where they've got to try to meet expectations of a AAA production company or anything like that, where
shareholders.
they're not the ones making the calls, it's the guys above them that are making the calls. The ones that have probably never developed a game in their life.
The guys that, like, they know business and that's it.
Yeah, like, fucking, you really think Bobby Gotek has made a fucking game in his life?
Yeah, no. Hell no.
No.
Hell no. And
Also, not saying he's the one that's, like, fucking making the calls, but he would...
I'm sure he has some hand in it, bro.
Yeah. There'd be a board of members just like him, all making calls, and not a single one of them have made a game ever. They've probably barely ever played a fucking game.
Yeah. Look, it's just disappointing to see something like it's good for the community that people put their heart and souls into, man. Like, and like something that's out, like XLabs exists, man. It's in the world. People have made videos on it. Like, it's a quality of life for games like Call of Duty Ghosts.
If I'm not mistaken, do correct me if I'm wrong on this, Benny. I believe XLabs was how, and Plutonium as well, how Team Summertime did their off-season tournaments on PC.
Correct. Yeah, correct. 100% correct. Yeah. So we're going to see a lack of tournaments this coming. I guarantee it. I guarantee we'll see a lack of tournaments. Unless Plutonium stays up, we'll just see Plutonium tournaments, which I guess is fine, but...
I guess the oldest they'd be able to go to is like Black Ops.
Oh, Black Ops Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, because
it had controller.
no aim assist though. No aim assist. They'll be able to play Black Ops 3 tawnies.
No.
They'll be able to play Black Ops 3 tawnies. But look, it's just disappointing. I hope this doesn't happen to Plutonium, because it does have Black Ops 2 on there, which is my favorite COD game. And I think
I can play that. I've got Black Ops 2, so I can play Plutonium Black Ops 2.
Well, we'll get some Black Ops 2 Plutonium cracking, I think. Yeah, because it might be our last chance to ever play that. So
a little bit depressing.
Look, I don't know what else to say. I think we've said everything we can. I hope that Call of Duty comes around, changes their mind on these mods, because if anything, I think with a larger push of these games are on sale all the time, and maybe if Activision decided to lower their prices once in a while, I definitely think these games would be...
You just mentioned you paid $40 for Modern Warfare 2. What year?
Just for a mod. Yeah.
Release as fuck.
Yeah.
CSGO was fucking cheaper than that, or brand new.
Yeah. But my only thing before we leave this topic is, I think Activision is doing some old school content soon. A best of.
In what way? Like a remaster?
I would say like a best of, bro, because why get rid of SM2 than X Labs? You know what I mean? I think
that must be
those and not Plutonium.
And not Plutonium already, you know what I mean? Like, I understand that it was SM2, then X Labs, and I'm sure Plutonium's next to come, right? But for some reason, I just have a weird feeling that Modern Warfare 2 is getting some, like, a remake or a remaster of some kind. Or they
bringing out that extra pack that was like all the old school stuff anyway.
That's what I'm thinking, because it's either they're going to bring out like a Modern Warfare 2 huge map pack with all the old maps, so they don't want a Modern Warfare 2 running around that's better, right? Yeah. And they don't want a best of Call of Duty with Modern Warfare 2 maps. That's why Plutonium skipped a bullet right now for this very moment, you know? So that's my only thoughts.
Could they be, and this is very, very, very out there, could they be making something along the lines of COD Mobile, where it's a mixture of different games all in one on a PC port?
I don't think they could ever do that, because they couldn't sell a COD every year after that.
That is true. In saying that, they were looking at making it 2-year cycle to begin with, but that severely backfired because of how bad this game was.
Yeah. That's what happens when you rely on the worst development studio to make your game.
Raven?
Nah. Haven't made a good game since Modern Warfare 2, brother.
Didn't they did Modern Warfare 3?
Was Modern Warfare 3 really better than Modern Warfare 2?
In my opinion, yes. I much preferred Modern Warfare 3 over Modern Warfare 2. But that could have just been because there was less cheaters.
Less cheaters. I think it's like... there's no noob tubes, but the noob tubes going to know again. Yeah,
I prefer maps on Modern Warfare 3.
I'll give you that map.
But the gameplay just felt identical to Modern
you know what I
Warfare
mean? When
2,
you look at Treyarch's development line, right, they've gotten better with each release, except for Cold War, or they've improved, or they've changed it enough where it's like not the same, not comparable to the last one. Go from World at War to Black Ops 1. Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2.
I preferred World at War over Black Ops 1. I really didn't like Black Ops 1.
Black Ops 1's a
classic. Overrated.
Nah, Black Ops 1's a classic, bro, honestly.
On PC, that shit was fucking overrated.
I can imagine, yeah, but Black Ops 1's a classic. Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, though.
Definitely big increase. Black Ops 2 I loved.
Black Ops 3, Black Ops 2.
I didn't really play.
Yeah, Black Ops 3. But like, it was different enough, you know? It's like, it's okay, it's jetpacks and shit, you know? Then Black Ops 4 to Black Ops 3.
It's movement.
Yeah.
Black Ops 3 to Black Ops 4. Yeah. Again, can't really say much about Black Ops 3, but Black Ops 4 is my favorite COD of all time.
Yeah. And even Cold War versus Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare, and Vanguard, Cold War's probably the best one, to be honest. Maps, guns, just competitive.
Black Ops 4 to Cold War is still the difference as well.
Yeah. At least there's a change though, like zombies is
similar to like Black Ops 1.
Yeah, zombies has had a big change.
Evolved every time as well. Like it changes every single time.
So from World at War to like Cold War, 100% it's changed a lot. Look, let's move on, man. I'm disappointed to hear this news about SM2, man. I really think it was going to be the saving grace of this game of Call of Duty, but such is life. Let's talk about CDL, Cookie.
Yeah, fucking.
What a week!
Besides Optic winning.
Yep. What a week.
That's fucking pretty much it.
Welcome back,
Besides
Riddle.
Optic winning, you don't fucking know who's going to win. Oh, sorry. Optic winning and London losing.
Yeah, that's literally it.
It's about the only stuff that's guaranteed so far. But everything is set in stone for Major 5. It should be interesting.
Yeah.
Got some good games off the get-go. Some possible upsets. And we've got some teams that are in the bottom 4 starting and losers that really shouldn't be. 2, I'd say, off the top of my head. Which are both teams that could do lower bracket runs, depending which team of theirs turns up.
Yep.
And there's teams that are in the top 8 that you don't see in the top 8 very often, which is good to see.
Yeah. But let's recap last week a little bit. Let's just pick a couple games that surprised you. I'll start with mine because this is my biggest tears moment. Minnesota Rocker beating the Thieves. I don't think anyone predicted this. I don't think anyone predicted how much of an impact attached coming back to this team and Fame going to the SMG was going to be.
Yeah, I'll give a little bit of a spoiler for my team of the week. Fame is one of my SMGs on team of the week this week. He in both games, the maps that they won was due to Fame.
Yeah.
See, I think the biggest factor in that team was bringing Attach back in.
I think you're both wrong because I think the biggest thing was Vance was just like able to do what he wanted to do on the map.
Yeah,
man.
That's what I'm saying. I think Vance was such a leader in that team, and now that Attach has come back in, he's kind of been able to do his own thing a little bit more and play his style of game a little bit more by putting Afro. Afro is a slayer, but they both were trying to make routes. They all were trying to make routes. He was not as aggressive, I think.
Yeah. I 100% agree in the way that it's definitely brought Bance back to life because, as you say, Bance reminds me very similar of Envoy. Actually, if anything, it'd be the other way around. Envoy reminds me very much of Bance, where they're not the out-and-out slayers. They have the ability to be out-and-out slayers, but they're route takers. They're the ratty sort of SMG players that you'll be running somewhere and then they'll just fucking pop up and you're like, what the fuck are you doing there? And it can change everything, especially in a hard point.
Super agree with that point, yeah.
But I think also Root makes a very good point in regards to, and you, Benny, in regards to Attach coming back in and your leadership. I think, as you guys say, Bance, I think, became that leader. You heard it a lot in the comms when they did the listen-ins with Rocker that the main one you heard was Bance. Now, my biggest thing is I'm someone that doesn't like an SMG as a, not so much a shot caller, but one of the main communicators in a team.
Oh, yeah, he's got me on the team, bro. Oh, he's got me on the team, bro.
I don't like it because it restricts SMG players, especially the ones that are taking that routes where their full focus isn't taking the best route or anything like that. They've got then to focus on a lot of the other stuff where an AR, if you're like a main AR that's kind of sitting watching an angle, you've got that little bit of time to kind of be a little bit more aware of the entirety of the map.
Well, exactly what you're saying, Cook. Like, one of the biggest thing was, I don't know if you guys heard the listening to Minnesota when they were playing against Optic in Hydro. It was mostly Attach that was calling out where they were and what they were doing. And Bance was just, I think what suits Bance's style is just being a free roamer, making the routes that he wants to do, letting him take all of it because he gets in positions that is a great position for an SMG to hold. And I think the reins got taken off him because I think he just didn't gel as much as what we thought he would have with Afro. I think Afro, he can be a bit aggressive, and I think sometimes his aggressiveness takes over a little bit, and that kind of screws up how Bance's style of play is.
Yeah, I definitely tend to agree with that. The best type of person with Afro would be someone that's a point man.
It puts Bance in positions that instead of making that route, he has to be the dirty SMG player that sits on point and can't move off the point because Afro is their main star and he has to do all the killing and shit like that. But if you don't recall, Afro, I think it was even in Vanguard, he was one of the better. Just when once he was in his little rhythm and he got to those points, he was a massive slayer. Like he could slay. He can slay. Afro, Bantu can slay as well. It's just I think that their game style together just didn't work.
Yeah, they're not a good SMG duo.
I think Afro, like, don't even take credit away from Afro though. He's an incredible player and he deserves to find a spot next year. Yeah, he deserves to find a spot next year. It is so surprising seeing Rocker do so well though. Is this a flash in the pan or are we seeing a new Rocker going into champs?
I think we're seeing a new Rocker. I think they've found a team that works off each other a lot better.
I think personally, the first change they did with Fame coming in for a touch and putting him as an AR was because they didn't want to lose their. At the beginning of the season, we all knew that Afro was going to be their superstar player.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I reckon he was probably on the highest paycheck in the team as well.
100%. And
between him and
I think they just made a pretty much a rush call to go. You know what? We're just going to run him as run Fame as an AR. See how he goes. Look, don't get me wrong. He did his job well. But if you watch a bit of challenges, you know that Fame on an SMG, he's another level.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was, but one of the guys on one of the other podcasts said that I think it might have been the Dextero one with Parasite and
I don't know, man. I didn't know there was other podcasts. I thought we had the only one in the world, to be honest, man.
I'm 90% sure one of them said that they were actually really surprised on it because Fame is an SMG player. He's not an AR player. So, which I mean, we noticed over the weekend, like we
did. Oh, we see.
LA Thieves and Toronto, like they're arguably top 3 teams, and he took it to the SMG duos of both. Like that fucking Mikado hardpoint, first map he plays CDL as an SMG, he had 15 kills within the fucking 3rd point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was scared.
He got him out to an 80 to 90 point fucking lead on to the 3rd point, just doing it himself.
Yeah. Well, that leads me on to my game of the week, and that would have been Minnesota versus Toronto.
Yeah. I think that's a good point to insert this, because I thought, oh shit, that's okay. Minnesota looks good, but the Thieves are on a down, right? They're on a down at the moment, so that's like I'm a bit upset. I was upset. I was so fucking. I was distraught. I was crying into my LA Thieves hoodie. But it was good to see Toronto go down to them as well, bro. It made me feel better, bro. So go on, Reef. Go on, bro.
Yeah, I just like I said, I think that they made a change. Maybe it can be classified as too late.
Oh man, if they make champs, then I reckon it's perfect timing. You know what I'm saying?
Position to make champs right now.
All I'm trying to say is they've made a change that they could have been comfortably in top 8.
Yeah.
With this change, they could have been comfortably in top 8.
Yeah.
But they left it too late to the point where there's another team that are jumping right in form at the moment as well. They've done some upsets that you can't say aren't good as well, like was it Vegas versus Subliners?
Yeah.
Like that's a big fucking game as well.
Yeah.
So you can't discredit like what other teams are doing. I think they could have left it too late. Depends on what happens in this major, I guess.
Even Florida showed up though. We had like the bottom three of the bottom 3 teams showing the fuck up, bro.
Yeah, and that's another thing that I was gonna that great thing that you said that, Benny, because I think that what Florida did in this week, like especially this last week, showed the heart of Florida. I think they poured they're the only team I think in the bottom 3 that are still scrimming every day. They're still putting the time, the effort into just developing as a team.
Yeah.
I really it's not going to happen, but I'd really like that team to stick together because I think they could be a force if they stuck together for next year.
They could be a very dirty team. Yeah. Like they could play some really good COD. I think it just took them a little bit time to kind of get in the rhythm of things.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
And now they're in the rhythm.
Constantly making roster changes. Like they had like a team of 5 or 6 and they'll forever just swapping and changing to find the right.
And this is nothing against the person as well, because I think he's a phenomenal player as well. But I think Havoc actually stepping out made Florida a better team as well.
I was just about to say that actually.
Yeah, he's got a very
phenomenal player still. He's got a great style of play, but
It's a very odd style of play.
I would just say
it works. You know what I mean?
It works. It works as a solo player, but it's a very hard style of play to kind of integrate it into a team. And from what I think it was Vickle or Brack was saying, they put up one of them. I can't remember which one it was. I think it's Vickle because Vickle's the SMG, Brack's the AR. Mentioned about being his SMG duo and just kind of the type of SMG player he is makes it very hard to kind of play off him as the other SMG player because it is that abnormal style of SMG player.
Now, another thing, just a bit off topic on teams at the moment, but can I say how close half these hard points have been this week, especially? How tight, even from first team to bottom team, how tight the teams have been, except, second last team, I should say. Because Ravens, they had one good game against Thieves, but
still got 3-0. Still got 3-0.
Yeah, I'm just saying, even all the hard points, I think all the teams are kind of, it'll be cracker champs, I reckon, especially with hard points.
Not even just champs. This major 5 is, I can see some teams going out early that you wouldn't think so.
I doubt that there's going to be any blowouts this major, a DoorDashy or whatever they call it. Like it's not.
Unless your name is the Royal Ravens or the Seattle Surge, yes.
No, look, I don't even think that because Ravens what was it? 250 to 224 or something like that with the Thieves. Like they brought it all the way back.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been as close as it was. It never is in the Thieves. It should not
that close. But I'm just saying, like they still brought it back. So I'm very interested to see how these hard points are going to go, especially when you have 2 hard points in every series.
Look, it goes back to something Nadeshot said a long time ago, man. Search and Destroy wins tournaments. So
100%.
That's true.
Everyone's on their search strats.
For my game of the week, I'm actually going to say Legion Surge.
Okay.
For Legion side, they lost to Rocker last week, which everybody knows they're the 2 teams battling it out for 8th. In saying that, it's very close to Breach and Surge above them. They're only 10 points above Rocker currently.
Wait. Who lost to who?
Legion. Surge lost to Legion this weekend. The weekend prior, Legion lost to Legion beat Rocker. Sorry, 3-2.
That's what I thought you said. Yeah.
Now with the Rocker making that roster change and then coming out and winning both games this week, with this game being after the 2 Rocker games and they seen Rocker win both games, Legion needed a big game. Otherwise, it would have been very hard for them to make champs. And after the first map, I was a little bit worried for him. Like, that hardpoint came out, Surge looked good, and I'm like, fuck, this is going to be a quick 3-0. Legion turned it around really, really fast.
Which is something we don't see them do often, man. If they're starting to lose a series, they lose the series. So go on.
Yeah, like, you look at the Legion FaZe series last weekend as well. Like, they fucking went down real bad. So the fact that they were able to regain after... Because I'm pretty sure that hardpoint was almost a 100-point club in that first hardpoint. Like, ironically, Reap, I think this was the biggest blowout of the hardpoints of the weekend.
Yeah.
So it was 250 to 205. Legion actually won that one. Sorry, my bad. It was the... Yeah, sorry, I had that around the wrong way. But Legion came out. They fucking fried, and they needed to. They didn't crumble under the pressure. Which was big for me because as Benny said, we've seen him crumble when they needed to kind of perform earlier in the season. So for them to win and really kind of keep in contention for champs, is I thought was very, very important for them.
Yeah, we didn't see the
shout out to Boston beating.
Honestly, like this is one of those rare instances where Pred has a negative KD, man. Like rare. So shout out to TJ for putting a positive KD on Pred, man. Shout out to TJ for that. I got to commend him for that. Standy had a phenomenal game.
It was more on.
Oh yeah, but dude, TJ went positive, guys. Somebody give him a fucking medal, bro. Somebody give him a fucking medal, bro.
That Surge did choke the search a little bit.
That's 6-5. I mean, it's icy though. TJ was icy. Standy was icy.
Nah, Surge choked it.
And Predator's a 0.5.
They did, but like we said, in this late into a series. You can't call people choking Like it's just poor. It's poor performance. It's a poor performance.
They had a 4-2 man advantage if fucking round 10 and they lost that. That's a joke. That's a joke on the search, in my opinion anyway. But yeah, props to Legion. That's all I'll say. Props to Legion for that. They kept themselves in champs contention. It really comes down to major, and I'm expecting these two teams, like Legion and Rocket, to fucking go hard at this major. So I'm excited for it.
Look, I think that leads us into our next topic pretty well, actually. You've ended on that game. Do you want to bring us into that? Reaper?
Which game?
Danger Zone?
Yeah, Danger Zone.
Oh, it's Danger Zone time. Reaper! Great transition, brother. Well done. Who's our Danger Zone team of the week, bro?
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys will agree with it, but I want to say at least the Seattle Surge. In my opinion, Seattle Surge, they're not, like you said, Cookie, they're not that far up from the bottom two teams trying to get top 8.
So to put it in perspective, them and Boston are both on the same points. They're 6th and 7th, both on the same points of 190. Rocker is 8th with 180, and Legion is 9th with 160. There's 30 points separating 9th to 6th.
Look, I've got to say though, Seattle, they haven't been performing on online as well as LAN. They might have a couple good games on LAN, but they just haven't been performing. It can't be a one-man team. You cannot play a one-man team. And actually, it brings me up to a stat that I actually pulled. Just with this online qualifier, hold up. I'll just grab it up again. Just with this online qualifier, you've got Mac with a 0.78 overall. And
He's the worst KD in the CDL.
Yep.
This season.
And TJ's in the CDL, guys.
And in saying that, you've got Sib on a 0.87.
That's low for Sib.
And you've got accuracy on a 0.88. The only player performing is
the Australian guy. What's his name?
I think his name is Pred.
What's Pred at? Out of curiosity,
Thunder from Down Under.
Very far over a 1 currently.
Just trying to find him. Cannot find him.
It's wild that Macca's got the lowest KD in the CDL, and London's sitting at 6 and 23. Wow.
Pred's got a 1.09.
Oh, that's actually higher than I thought. I was expecting about a 1.02.
Yeah, so it can't be a one man team.
No.
I think they've got to pull their finger out of their ass. Mind my French, but they've got to pull their finger out of their ass and start playing.
That's not French.
What region of France did that originate?
And
bottom side of it,
and start playing well.
The place where they get the wine? Is it the champagne? Is that the?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Look,
on something.
Seattle is definitely a Danger Zone team. Look, they probably have the points to pull them through because I just look with the bracket now. It's looking Vegas.
They are bottom 4. They're in the bottom 4.
They
could be wiped straight off the rip.
You're right, but Vegas aren't looking like they're in the most prime position to make a run at this major. To be honest.
Look,
Vegas play phase first, true.
They play phase, but their second match will be against Surge.
Yeah, so if they get knocked down, they will have to play Surge, and they'll be playing for their life pretty much at that point.
100%.
So, look,
are you sure that's who they play?
100%. Yeah, if they get knocked down, they're versing Surge. 100%. I am 100% on that. No, I'm 100%.
99.9%.
No, I'm not. I'm not even like 9 out of 10 dentists recommend, bro. I'm 10 out of 10 dentists.
100 now.
It's 100%. It's 100%, bro. So,
where are you guys checking this?
Pick'ems,
yeah.
my Pick'ems. Reverses. So the bottom.
Make Vegas lose, okay, and you'll see where they drop down to. Okay, do that quickly. Yep. Make them lose, and where'd they go?
Okay.
Okay, sick. Anyway, 9 out of 10 dentists recommend me over Cookie for the brains on this podcast. He's the beauty. Cookie's the beauty on the podcast, on the brains. Okay. And you're the brawn. You're the brawn, bro. You're the fucking muscles, bro. Get your Nike singlet out, bro. Come on.
Oh fuck, bro.
Yeah. I know where you're from. Yeah. But look, I think we're going to see a shake-up of this leaderboard by the time this majors, though, once the dust settles.
Yeah, because there is another, match off the get-go. Out of those 4 teams, 2 of them do play each other first round of winners.
Yeah.
Which is big.
And look, Boston are looking better, right? They are, but at the same time, they could even have a stinker, man. It takes one fucking bad game, and you're in a bad position, bro.
Ironically, they lost to
Yeah. So
fucking New York.
I mentioned Seattle, but I don't know if we all were in agreement. Do you guys have any other team that you guys thought were on top of Seattle as a break?
No, man.
Danger zone team.
I think as a crew, we see these teams severely underperforming, especially from last year, man. And I think we're all questioning why this team hasn't made a change yet.
Yeah, for me, it's between Surge or Thieves.
Yeah, Thieves. Yeah, for sure. Would be the other team.
You look versus Thieves plays the winner of Optic and Florida.
See, some like that leads me on to actually another topic, boys.
Don't forget who Florida beat on online. You know?
I know.
Yeah, online's online, bro. Online's online.
That actually leads me to something as well. I guess there was some sort of controversial decision that was made by subliners.
Was it controversial? Man was spewing his guts up.
Some people said it was because there wasn't any. Well, prior to them actually announcing why he didn't play, there was controversial around them picking Wardy to play, and there was a tweet made by Kismet that said we were going to put Wardy in the team to showcase his skill leading up for the next CDL. Do you think that with the performance of how Surge are playing, do you reckon they should have given Gwyn a chance in the team?
Oh, true. Yeah, I'm with that. Is that your question?
Yeah.
Is that your question? That's a
with that one. That's a banger of a
question.
That's
a banger question, bro. Hell yes. 100%. 12,000% they should have. Yes.
Yeah. Because the way they've been playing in the last few majors have been underperforming.
Look, I think it's a great question. We've seen what Minnesota has done by a quick change right at the end. Boom, instant chemistry. Boom, it just reacted straight away, right? And I think I talk on especially a lot myself about teams not sticking it out long enough, man. But there's the opposite, right? There's some teams that don't need to stick it out any longer. Stop sticking it out and then just try something, man. Because it worked for Minnesota. We've seen that, right? Just like we've seen it with these.
As soon as you got rid of that stream,
we're back.
Yeah. Debatable decisions in the clutch scenario, as well as his performance the entire season. Hasn't been great. As we mentioned before, lowest KD in the entire CDL for this season. That's including teams that have gone 0-5 in stages and not done well. Why wouldn't you just be like, okay, we're not exactly guaranteed champs, but there's a very good fucking chance we're going to make it, right? Yeah. We're already losing. We went. I'm saying that they did go 4-1 in Major 4 qualifiers, but they went 1-4 these qualifiers. Starting lower bracket, you'd be like, "Fuck, we're down. Why not give it a go? We don't know what's going to happen."
I was going to say, another team that's done really well, has actually brought 2 Challengers players in this year, and that's been Kremp and Beans.
Another prime example is just Optic. They brought Ghosty in, and look what happened there.
Why, to me, it's a no-brainer of, okay, we've lost the first 2 games of the qualifiers. Mac hasn't been performing. Okay, he does some great things in games that we kind of got to give credit to. I think one of his search and destroys, he went off.
Yeah.
Instead of just playing it as a 50-50, why don't you give someone a chance, see how they go, see how they gel, because he might be that same sort of player as Mac and being that dirtier player and letting Cred run loose, but maybe could do it a bit more effectively.
Yeah. It is definitely a hard one because currently there's no point really having subs.
Well, to be fair, look,
the only reason to have subs currently now is if someone gets sick.
and that's what I was saying. Like, look, I've got to give props as well to Wardy. He played a good series.
Got the 1.05.
He played a decent series for a person that's the first game in the CDL. He's only played challenges. First game in, hasn't really known how the style of play is in the actual CDL. Jumps in and performs a 1.05. Like that shits on max KD.
Yeah.
They're both SMG. Oh, well, not SMG players. One's a AR. But I'm just saying they're both, I guess, similar sort of roles. I think Wardy plays that more on point role. I'm not mistaken.
I'd say Max probably closer to like a xdefiant style or a vivid style player.
Really showed really good to flex his search and destroy muscles though. Like he looked really good in the search and destroy. Honestly, like
7 and 3 in the search.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true. I see it now. Yeah.
And
I don't know.
He was on par with Hydra in the second hardpoint. Hydra got 29 for 25. He went 28 and 25.
Really good to show. Like this is a good look for 40 next year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Proven maybe.
And it's not like he did it against the Ravens. He did it against the Breach.
Yeah, which is a decent team.
Personally, for me, I think that was a great showcase for Wardy. I think that he might be a shout for another team next year. Maybe not straight away, but at least teams have got his name on mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
the lower grade teams would be like, oh, he showcased he can perform with the higher up teams. We'll take a chance on him.
Now, my only problem with this pick so late in the series is kind of changed their bracket. They could have been versing, I think, they could have been versing Boston, if I'm not mistaken. But because they're lost, they're versing Ultra, which is a way harder match. So if they get bobbed out the tournament pretty quick, man, there might be something to say about that pick if it wasn't just for him being sick.
That game plays Gorillas.
The game that they...
Whoever between New York and Ultra, whoever lose, play Gorillas.
Okay, well that's actually not the worst thing in the world, but that is a hard match to start.
Yeah, whereas Rocker, Minnesota, loser of them play LA, I think.
Yeah, thanks.
No, sorry.
They
play Ravens, so that's even easier.
Yeah, look, Optic has a good run here though. Honestly, like when you think about this bracket. We'll get into it in a bit. So let's get. We're going too far. We're going too far. We're going too far ahead.
Yeah.
Do you want to move into the bracket talk, or are we?
Do we want to do team of the weekend?
Fairly shortly, because I've got a few other questions for you.
Okay. Yeah. No. Hit me up.
Sure. One of the question was, well, we've kind of touched on it, but we haven't really gone into too much detail of it, which is pretty much the fight for 8th. We kind of said that it is a 4-team run at the moment.
Yeah, 3 spots, 4 teams. Yep.
4 teams, 3 spots. Boston performed in some games, I guess. In some games, they looked really bad.
Yep.
So, in saying that, like the whole fight for the top 4, the bottom 4 and the top 8, or bottom 3 spots in the top 8, I should say, is really up in the air because.
That is very true.
Say something happened and fucking the stars aligned for both Minnesota and Las Vegas, and they go both top 4 or top 6. And say the stars don't align for Boston and Surge, and they both get knocked out first round.
Yep.
It's we've kind of touched on how important it is for the especially with Vegas to go on a massive run, but we haven't really touched on how big of an opportunity, how much Surge and Boston really have to play for their lives, because at the moment they're not safe.
No.
So all it would take is for Legion to get 3rd or 4th. I know that's saying a lot. Would put them on to 190. If they get 4th, they'd get 200 if they get 3rd. Now their percentage, I don't know if it goes on map percentage or game percentage, but their game percentage currently is about 4% lower. So they would have to get Yeah, they'd have to leapfrog them. They'd have to get third or better to leapfrog Breach or Surge because percentage-wise, they're not going to be.
Well, say if Breach
match up
gets
with
first
them.
rounded, if Breach no points, right? All they have to do is get top 6, and they beat Breach.
But in
Because
saying
that's
that
what
as well,
that's 2 map
Legion.
wins. That's
But
2
in
map
saying-
wins, and then the 6th. Yeah.
No,
But
Legion. So Legion's got to get third to leapfrog both Breach and Surge.
Oh,
Not
both of them. Yeah.
necessarily-
Okay. Both of
Not,
them. Yeah,
not necessarily, because if they still get top 4, for example, but they go on a 3-0, 3-0, 3-0,
It does boob up the.
that will
It
leapfrog
wholly
them
and solely
regardless.
goes on whether it's game win percentage or map win percentage. Because currently Legion's sitting at a 45.8, which is they've won 70, lost 83 in games. So not matches. Sorry, match win percentage. Sorry, that's my bad on that one. It said MW percentage. Oh, that's map win percentage. Fucking wrong on that one. Yeah, as I say, if it's game win percentage, they can't leapfrog because there's no way that they'd be able to.
You got the stats up there, Cookie, yeah?
Yeah.
Actually,
what
they have
is
the table up.
what's Boston at the moment? Oh, you got it up too.
Game win or map win?
I've got it up here anyway. So they're on a 52. Yeah, okay, cool. I get it. Yeah, I get what you're saying because I didn't have it up.
If it goes off like match win percentage, they can definitely jump up above Surge if Surge goes straight out.
Yeah.
If it's map win percentage, 100%. Game win percentage, it gets very, very technical, but they would have to go 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, and then lose game 5 while Surge goes out like 3-0 or Boston go out 3-0. Also, what the fuck is that showing Breach at 160? Breach is 180. Breach and Surge are 190. Rocker are 180 and Legion is 160.
All right, I'll take it.
Yeah. That's a bit old.
Breaking point, you've let us down.
So it's definitely possible for Surge or Breach to go out. They've just got to basically all they've got to do is not get first rounded. If they win the lower bracket, get a second lower bracket round, it definitely increases their chances of fucked up.
So yeah, that's one of the questions I was kind of running off.
The way it's going, it's very fucking possible. I mean, Boston go down, they play. So especially with the first round. So spoiler alert for anybody that doesn't know and doesn't have anything up currently: Breach versus Rocker first round winners, which is big because the loser of that goes down to lower bracket. Now, if Rocker lose that and go to lower bracket, they're in for a very tough way to get to champs. Because if they do lose, they will then verse the Ravens. That should be a pretty easy win. I'm going through pick'ems right now.
Yeah.
So the loser of that do then play Ravens. Again, should be a win, but can't guarantee nothing. Because even the Ravens, they lost 3-0 for most of their games. Maps have been close. They suddenly get a little bit of ice factor. Fuck, who knows?
See, but that leads me to another massive thing. Surge, out of those 4 teams, Surge have to be playing for their lives because, like you said, they've got the hardest, or not hardest, but they've got a really bad run as well. They're already starting losers. They lose, but if Boston lost, like you said, they versus Ravens. Should be an easy win. But I'm saying, like Surge, they've got to win their first game.
Yeah. So my second word was going to be these 4 teams have the possibility of playing each other in round 1, because whoever Legion, if and Legion phase, the loser of that then play Surge. So Legion loses to phase, which they have done majority of this season. Then it's Legion Surge for top 12. Loser of that.
I think I said a stat. Sorry, quickly. Just Legion has never beaten base ever.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
They had Aussies in the Modern Warfare season. Aussies very rarely beat phase.
And now he leads me to my.
But then they do go separate brackets in Ilim, which is also very interesting.
he leads me on to my last question, and this is just more of like a bit of a fun topic to talk about. I know it can change, and we'll have this conversation after this major as well. But currently, prior to major 5 actual bracket, who are your top 2? I'll say top 2 MVPs of the season so far, and who are your top 2 rookie of the years?
Ooh.
Rookie's easy. I'm gonna go Ghosty and Standy. Standy, fucking
Scrap.
Scrappy. Yeah, that's easy.
Out of the two, though, who would you say?
Currently, you can't. I personally can't put it past Scrap.
Yeah.
He's got a chip under his belt. He's been playing. He's actually, to be fair, he's rookie of the year, but he's got to be in the shouts for MVP of the year. He's been fucking playing phenomenal. He's been holding that team like gel. He's been performing the best out of Toronto every game.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah,
he's a bit of he's an impact player though. I'll give you that.
He's a massive impact player. Look, I actually had the stat open before. I think he's in the top 5 for search and destroy as well. So he's very impactful for that as well. Let me get that stat back up. Sorry.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me honestly.
And then MVP, Benny.
Yeah, I think it's hard pressed to go past Hook.
Oh, you think
Who?
I think he's been that impactful. I think he's been the most impactful player on the Optic Texas team since he's come into the league. I think he got his name shat on a lot because Pred wasn't picked because of him. I think he deserves the clout he's getting now.
Interesting.
I still think Abeezy is in the runnings, maybe number 1. I'm gonna give it to my boy Octane. We haven't been having a good major split, but I think he still deserves a shout because he's been performing, apart from these online games, quite well. So that's where I'm leaving. I think Abeezy's my number 1. Yes.
And what about you, Cook?
I'd have to go probably pretty similar to Benny. I think the rookie's pretty obvious. Like there's a gap between Scrappy and Ghosty and then every other rookie in the CDL this year. As much as if Bean's kept on the trajectory of what he was when he came into Boston, I think he could have been in the discussion for that, but his trajectory definitely took a turn down after about Major 3. But for me, I'd actually put Ghosty above Scrap. I think the difference for me in how Optic have performed since Ghosty's come in has shown he's more of a valuable player in the Optic team than, say, like, for me, Toronto, yeah, okay, Scrappy's been there the entire season. He's been there for the up and downs though as well. For me, I think the big impact on that team is more Kleenex than Scrappy. Scrappy, you'll get the consistent 1.1s out of him all the time. But like, especially Hardpoint in that, it feels like the less impact and more just kind of kill horn. As much as I love he's a breath of fresh air for me in the CDL. I think Ghosty's had more of an impact on his team than what Scrappy has. MVP wise, I would have to agree with Abeezy and Octane. I think are on my 2. Especially when it comes like impact wise, like Faye's done everything off Abeezy's back for their major win, as well as just being able to get all their fucking points this season, even when they're not performing online. All of it's come off Abeezy's back, and I'd argue the same for Thieves with Octane.
Okay. Well, I agree with you boys with the top 2 for the what's it called? Rookie of the year. Now, here leads me to a question for you boys.
You said rookie. What about your MVP?
Wait.
You're gonna say Dashy, aren't you?
No. The hard thing about rookie of the year is you got so many challenges that have come in towards the end of the season. Like, I've got to give credit to Kremp.
He's definitely turned Boston around.
He's been playing phenomenal, but he won't even get a look in because he's come Major 4.
Yeah, like, that's fair.
I know. That Ghosty has come in late as well, but you've got to see the caliber of teams are completely different. You've got Optic, that were already performing decently, and then they picked up Ghosty, they all were still performing decently. Boston were up and down, up and down, up and down. Once he put Kremp in the team in that SMG role, they've actually been playing decently good COD. So that's my factor as well. Like, it's obviously going to be a scrap. I'm guaranteeing it's going to be scrap. He's got a chip under his belt. They've been saying not even if he was classified as Rookie of the Year, even maybe MVP of the year. He's got to be talked for MVP of the year as well. But it just goes like, what about those players? Do they get another redemption sort of thing? I know they've already started in the CDL, but they haven't really.
They're not part of Rookie of the Season. Actually,
yeah, that kills me a little bit because you got to give credit where credit's due as well with some of these players, and I don't think they get enough credit.
Yeah, I think it's fair though, because if he would have came in Major 4 and then Boston all of a sudden changed everything and were like fucking top team in the game, they'd be like, oh, okay, actually maybe that is all on Cramp, maybe. Yeah. But he's been good. Don't get me wrong. He's really kind of steadied the ship for Boston. I guess is probably my best way to describe it. Rather than them being as inconsistent as they was when they had the previous team, he's been a consistent part of that team. I don't think he's been on the same level as Ghosty or Scrap though.
Yeah,
not as impact. Yeah, not as impact as either of those guys.
All right, and you've already said it, Cookie. My two MVPs has got to be ABZ, and I've got to say Dash. I think Dashy has been performing really well this whole year. When Optic has been looking bad, he's been performing still. So
I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so.
I know, fuck, bro. I'm an Optic fan. Obviously, I want to pick on an Optic player.
Definitely. I've questioned that sometimes.
I've also got to say though, in controversial to what I've just said, I think Shotzi hasn't been performing as well as he did last year. His movement king, still movement king. Got to say his movement's been phenomenal. I just don't think he has been as impactful as what he was last year.
I think he's been more inconsistent. He's had pop-off games. He's just been a little bit more inconsistent. But I think that probably comes down to the game a bit as well.
Yeah, and that leads us, I think, onto our pick'ems. Benny, you want to pull that up? And we can go through them, because you look like you're about to fall asleep.
Never. From last weekend, do we just want to do the team of the week from the last weekend, then we move on to the new week?
Sweet, yep.
Just because that'd be the last thing from the last...
Wait, the qualifiers?
Team of the weekend or team of this online qualifiers?
Online qualifiers.
Do the entire set?
No, sorry. We've done team of the week ends, so let's just do team of the weekend.
All right. Anybody want to go first? If not, I'll go first.
Go for it. I think they're going to be very similar, to be fair.
No, I'll say right off the get-go, one of my SMGs I've already mentioned is going to be a little bit of an out-there pick. One of my SMGs, I'm going as Fame. I thought the impact he had for the Rocker over the two games definitely was a very, very big contributing factor for them to win. He started on an AR when he came into the CDL, and then everybody knew he was the SMG main. He came in, he did his job, as you said earlier, on AR, but I thought he elevated, and I don't think anybody kind of expected him to come out as guns blazing as he did in that series against Thieves. For me, he was kind of the big surprise for me. I fucking loved it. I was like, oh, this slaps. I love seeing people that get absolutely kind of, I wouldn't say shat on a little bit, but kind of underdogs kind of really performing. And I thought he really kind of did a big statement for it. My other SMG, that's I mean, you can go the like fucking easy ass ones, but jeez, I'm probably going to lean. I'm going to lean towards Standy. I thought they only played the one game, the Legion, this weekend, but Standy dropped a 1.3 against Surge and kind of really kept Pred in check, I thought, over this maps. And I think it was on his back that the Legion kind of really beat Surge and really kind of kept him in contention for top 8. AR wise, as much as I would love to say attach, I'm definitely going to have to kind of. Oh, I'd love to give some Wardy some fucking credit as well, but I think the big one for me, they did lose against Optic, but I thought Brack had a really, really good weekend. And the games that they lost to Optic, they were close. Like they very could have easily been a game 5. Two of those maps, like the hard point and then the search, they were, even if it was like a couple of them were blowouts, but they were close. It was one or two things change, and you don't know who could have ended up winning that. And I thought Brack performed over the entire weekend on his role as an AR. And then I'm going to say Priester is my other one. He dropped off a little bit in the Boston game, and he didn't do great against this Surge, but I thought his impact was huge for the subliners to kind of really get that win over Surge, especially the win over Surge. For me. So a little bit of an odd team of the week. I try to stay away from the top teams, but
I'm actually annoyed with Cookie. I'm annoyed. He picked my pick. I was going to pick Standy actually. I think Standy had a real impact series. I think he is clear. It is clear about the Vegas Legion that he is one of the most important players on the team. There is only 4 people, but when he is going off, that team is going off. So, yeah. I'm going to go Standy. I'm going to go Bance because I honestly think he's more impactful on that Minnesota Rocker team than Fame was. Don't get me wrong, not discrediting Fame at all, but god damn, bro. And because I don't know when I'm going to be able to do this again, I'm just going to say it now. I'm going to give Wardy his time in the sun because he deserves it. First CDL match, he deserves that. 100%. I think all day he deserves that. So shout out to him. He had a great series. And I always do this. I would never pick the even team. So I'm just going to go... I will do it. Ghosty. I would go Ghosty. It's just an easy pick, man. Honestly, he's undeniable talent. So, shout out to Kenny for that jump over the wall too. It was good to see you, bro. Anyway, go on, Rich.
Shame they lost.
So I'm actually
they won that match, bro.
I'm doing it, Benny. I'm a bit lopsided this week.
If you do all Optic, it's fine, bro.
He's Optic too.
No. I'm a bit lopsided this week.
All I'm doing Minnesota.
I'm doing 3 SMGs and 1 AR.
Is what I meant.
And I've got to say, the pullback from Hydra. I reckon Hydra is going to be in my top team of the week this week. I think he played well and he made that fucking S&D that he came back and just outperformed the whole team.
Yeah, he did drop kill record.
So Hydra's in there. I've got to say Hydra, Bance.
I'm gonna drop Piss Boys.
Shotzi. I think Shotzi. Especially against Florida. If it wasn't for Shotzi playing the way he did, I don't think that would have been Florida.
No, I would definitely have to agree with you on that one. I think if it wasn't for Shotzi, Florida win. Like, as I'm saying with Brad, that series was close.
100%. So I've got to give it to Shotzi in there. And my AR, this is going to be a controversial one because we've been shit talking him quite a bit. I'm giving it to Slasher. I think Slasher's actually been performing a little bit better than what he has lately. He's coming into a bit of groove, and we've always given him shit, like dropping 8s, 0.8, dropping 0.9s. I think he's actually performed, and I think for this major so far, he's dropped a 1.09, I think. And that's not bad. I'm pretty sure. I've checked it up before.
Not sure, but I can say it was a bit of an outlier series against Breach, but it was the only one that was negative.
I was actually tossing up because I liked the way Slasher played, but I also loved the way Temp played as well. So they were my 2 ARs.
That's fair. Yeah, I was tossing up between Priester or Awakening because the Breach series against Subliners, Awakening had like a 1.4 or something.
Yeah, so they were my 2 toss-ups, and I said Slasher, but Temp was high up there as well in my top 4.
No, that's definitely fair on that one.
All right, boys.
So yeah, let's do this, boys.
All right, let's get into it. So what I'm doing, boys, is I'm making a timer. We can talk for hours.
Debatable.
This is a 1 minute 30 time, everybody. 1 minute 30, okay? We have 1
Okay,
minute
okay.
and 30 seconds to discuss games, and we all get a pause, okay? Because there's going to be games that we're going to discuss longer than 1 minute 30 seconds.
I don't think so. I think we're going to be very similar in what we're going to pick.
It's already started, okay? Say.
Let's go.
Say,
Let's go.
Uh,
First game, Optic versus Mutineers.
All right, shoot, Reaper, go. What are you thinking?
I reckon Optic 3-1.
Okay.
yeah.
I'm thinking Optic 3-0. I don't see this going any other way. So I think just get him out of here. I think there's Optic smoke show. What do you think? What do you think, Cookie? It's 2 against 1. So what do you think?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you think.
It doesn't matter, but I'm actually going to pick Florida to win. This
Okay, so it's what you pick 3-1. What are you picking, Cookie?
I was going to pick Florida 3-1.
3-1. Okay, so when we say 3-1 to Optic, then in the middle.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's fair.
I'm restarting the timer. Okay.
No,
So-
we're fast shooting. Let's go.
Yeah, Boston versus Minnesota, boys. Knowing Minnesota's had quite an uptick recently, I'm actually going to pick Minnesota 3-1. I don't think they want to take it to a search and destroy. I'm still not sold on the Minnesota's search.
I don't want to go last this time, but I'm actually going to pick Rocket 3-0.
Okay.
I'm agreeing with Benny. I think if they go 3 to game 5, I think Breach takes it because they'll pick CeeLo search and control, and they're pretty dominant in that, or they play quite well. So I think 3-1.
So the 3-1s have it. Minnesota's going through. Okay. We got Vegas versus FaZe. I'm gonna let you start, Cookie. I'll go last.
I am thinking. Game 5. I think FaZe clutch up game 5.
Oh, I would love to say it, but I don't think it's going to happen. I reckon FaZe win, but I would say Legion 3-2.
You want to say Legion? So I'm the tiebreaker.
You are the tiebreaker, bud.
Alrighty, buddy. I'm just gonna look. I'm gonna stick with reality here. I'm gonna say FaZe 3-2 here. Unfortunately, I'd love to see the dream. But it's not gonna happen.
I think it's going to be a banging series though, because I think Legion come out to play.
Yeah, I think they need to. They know they need to. So,
Okay. Yeah.
Let's go. Ultra subliners.
look, this is gonna be a tough game. This is gonna be an absolute nail biter. Cookie, I'll let you start again.
Fuck.
Have the hard game, bitch. Have it.
Give me the hard ones to start on. Fuck.
I'll start it.
Ultra 3-1, I think.
No, this is definitely another game 5, and I think Ultra win at 3-2.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna say Ultra 3-1. That's what I'm gonna say. So 3-1s have it.
If it goes game 5, New York win.
Okay.
The way Hydra's been playing on Surge.
Nah, Scrap will play ruddy as fuck. Anyway.
No, calm down. So we literally haven't broken a minute yet, okay? We literally haven't broken a minute yet.
It's a big one, bro.
Faucets, okay? Alright, so we got Florida versus Thieves. Boys, how you feeling?
Fucking banging series this one's gonna be.
Yeah, it might be.
Like, the first game's 3:30 a.m. Fuck me. Florida, I think will win this 3-0.
3-0, okay. Yeah.
Nah, I agree with you, Benny. I reckon Thieves will actually come and perform. They're a land team, and it will be a whitewash, and it will be the fastest game.
Slow starting
3-0?
land team.
I reckon it's going to be one of the fastest games in this week.
I agree, Reaper. I think we go 3-0 off rip, bro. Okay, we follow that momentum into the major. So.
God, I hope you guys get top 12.
Oh, this guy, because he knows he's getting knocked out, bro. He knows Pred's going home and they're not making the 8. Wooden spoon Seattle, bro. Wooden spoon. If Seattle don't make the 8, they may as well have the wooden spoon. Boston versus Ravens.
Getting the wooden spoon.
I reckon that's another easy 3-0.
Yeah, I tend to agree on that one.
Okay.
Ravens 3-0ing Breach.
Yep. I think the tiebreaker, we tiebreaking it, so I'm going to go 3-0 Breach over Ravens.
We both pick Ravens.
Oh, you both pick Ravens. Okay. Yeah, that's on me. My apologies, boys. I guess you guys...
Fucking change that shit back. I love it. Fucking change that back. No, 3-0 Breach over Ravens. Yeah.
Okay.
I love to see Ravens make a deep run on the last fucking major. Do some like fucking Cold War Seattle shit.
I can start the next game. If you want.
Yeah, it's interesting. This is gonna be an interesting series here. So we got Vegas versus Seattle.
I don't think it's going to be as interesting as what you boys think. It's going to be a Legion 3-1.
Okay, Cookie.
I think Game 5, 100%. I think. Oh my god. I'm gonna trust in the Aussie boy. I think Surge 3-2.
Okay.
In clutch moments, especially Pred and Sib come out to play in clutch moments.
Yeah, look, I have a similar thought, but I just for some reason think that Seattle might be a little bit weaker in search and destroy at the current time, and that's why I think Vegas will take it out 3-2 over Seattle, personally. So,
I think for this one, I think it very, very much comes down to vetoes for that series.
Yeah, I think obviously, definitely.
Seattle hasn't been picking vetoes very well, bro.
No,
not all season. All season.
They have chalked the fucking vetoes, especially in this major. They may as well just put in Gwyn and be like, you boys can pick all the maps. We're just playing with this 4-man.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, 8 seconds. Well done, guys. We did a good job on that one. New York versus Gorillas. Guys, this is a real tough one. I'll start. Gorillas gone 3-0 here, bro. They're winning. They're winning this series.
100%.
Gorillas 3-0. I love it. I love it. Let's do it. I love it. Yep. Gorillas 3-0. Joe Deceives drops a 2.1 on New York. Hydra drops a 0.6.
I'm down. I'm fucking down for it. Oh, we're gonna go elimination round 2. Alright. That's our dark horse pick of the series. That's it.
Yeah, Gorillas been doing that Cold War Seattle.
Yeah.
He's Breach.
Green was like, move on. Move on.
He's Breach. I reckon it will be a 3-1 to Thieves.
I'm also thinking 3-1 to Thieves.
I'm thinking 3-1 to Mutineers over Breach.
Okay. Cookie's in a goofy mood, ladies and gentlemen. Elimination round 2. You think how's this game gonna go, Cookie?
I think if it goes Game 5, Gorillas lose. I'm gonna say 3-1 Gorillas. I think Legion get that first hard point. Gorillas win the second search, and the
analytical. He's got the analytical mind on, bro. He's got the analytical mind on.
Bro,
because we know
some pointers get fucking realised. That's gonna fucking happen anyway.
Embassy Hardpoint is gonna get fucking played in this series. We know it. Everybody fucking knows it.
Hi, tiebreaker. What's it at right now, guys?
Gorillas probably won't even be there, so I've got to go with Legion. 3-1.
Okay, I'm gonna go with.
It's Legion might not even be there.
I'm gonna
stop line search for all, you know.
I'm gonna go Legion. I'm gonna go Legion 3-1.
That fucking lower bracket.
This will be the correct bracket though, because we're taking the piss a little bit, we're having a bit of fun, and this will be the right bracket. And I won't save it. I'll be like, no, I'm gonna use my brain and actually do it, and it's gonna be fucking wrong, and you know it. You're like, man, I should have saved that bracket. Would have been the perfect bracket. But anyway, I digress. Optic versus Minnesota Rocker. Now this, I would love to see. I would love to see it. I'm not getting up at 5 a.m., but I would love to see this match.
It's Sunday, I might get up at 5 a.m.
You won't. Every time I'm up at 6, nobody's on.
I'll say
in bed where it's fucking warm and not in the negatives.
Yeah, but if I fall asleep.
I'll say Optic 3-1.
Where did you come from, Ripper? You were just not on camera and then just popped up.
He just popped up. He was doing his missus being on his knees.
Optic was that Optic 3-1? Sorry, I just changed the subject.
Yeah. Optic 3-1.
I'm gonna say Minnesota Rocker 3-2. They just got the fire right now, bro.
I was gonna say Rocker 3-1.
Damn. Our bracket's gonna look different. I was doing that to have fun. So what are we thinking? Rocker 3-2? Is that what we're thinking? This is shit. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. That's too good. I can't do it. I can't even do it. It's just like Rocker's looking good. They had a great couple series, but I can't put them over Optic right now. No way.
Attach on land, man. Attach on land.
Attach on land. He's got to get his slice of the pie, bro. He's got to get his slice. Optic, bro, they're 10 and 0. They've lost one game over the last fucking how many games? They lost 2 games. 2 games to a hot thieves. 2 games to a hot thieves. That is it, bro. 2 games. They lost 2 games, Cookie. They're 5-0, 5-0, and fucking they lost 2 games on land, Cookie. You can't do it. You can't.
So because they lost to Thieves, they lost to Ultra on land.
No, they didn't.
Yeah,
They've
but
lost to
Ultra.
They lost to
They lost to Thieves.
They lost to Thieves and lost to Thieves.
Yeah, that's what they've lost on land.
Major 4, yes, but if we're talking about the last 2 online, Major 3, like the actual Major itself, the Optic Major, they lost to Ultra in the grand final.
I'm not talking about that.
Yeah. So we're going over that 1 minute 30. So
Yeah.
let's go to Famous Ultra.
They're 10-0, Cookie.
Ultra 3-1.
I like that 3-1 Ultra.
All right, I was gonna say Phase 3-1. So I've got to go with you boys though. So 3-1 to Ultra.
I think if it goes game 5, FaZe win that one.
100%.
Okay. All right. So we got FaZe versus Thieves.
Battle of the Reds.
Yeah, and Thieves will always be white for some reason.
I think.
It's their own color choice.
It's fucking red and black. It's
think
red and black.
The Thieves win 3-1.
I think they're their number right now. I just don't know. I think
it'll
a
be
bluff.
FaZe v Florida, and Florida win 3-0.
Cookies out of the equation. I guess Thieves winning 3-1.
Thieves
This
3-1.
game I can see happening, and I think this is what solidifies top 8. And I say Minnesota will win this, and it'll be an easy 3-0.
Oh, really? You want to go 3-0?
Rocket Legion. That's a banging one.
Fucking, we made a spicy bracket, haven't we, boys?
I think it'll be 3-0, and I think Legion miss out on the top 8 by 10 points. Saying it.
I was going to say, if Legion go out there, they won't make top 8. Surge will still make top 8.
Top 8.
Right. Well, I'm for Clayster, boys. I'm for Clayster. I think Vegas wins 3-0, but these guys, they don't want it. They don't want to see Clayster in champs, bro. They don't want to see Clayster in champs. And don't tell me to stop talking.
Optic Legion in lower bracket, but Rocker, I think 3-1 Legion.
Alright. So we're going 3-1 Legion. Everyone good?
Yeah.
Cool. Alright.
3-1 Rocker over Legion.
Yeah. Sorry, I'll use my English better next time, bro. Okay. I can't even say, it's my second language. Okay. Reaper, that's what Reaper has that. I can't. Shout out to Reaper. Shout out to Reaper.
Language Reaper, or is it still your first technically?
Potentially second.
50-50? 1.5.
Guys, we're running out of time. We can't talk about fucking Reaper's language, okay?
Thieves over Rocker. I say
I don't see why not.
A close 3-2.
Yep, 3-2. I'm going 3-2 for it too. So I know, where's Florida going to end up here, Cookie?
I reckon Florida would 3-2 Rocker.
Okay, sick.
but I personally think if those two do match up there, I think Rocker will actually have the edge over Thieves due to online qualifiers.
Okay,
due to the online matches between them.
Majority of the games that they've played each other, except for this online, Thieves have always beaten Rocker.
You gotta go recency bias. There's been team change.
You gotta go recency bias, yeah. Stats, okay, anyway. Forget about them, okay? History. I know that Thieves are like 16-4 against Minnesota, but forget about it, okay? Just throw it out the window.
Actually, change it over to Rocker beating Thieves.
I honestly think Rocker would beat them. We'll beat them 3-2.
Rocker 3-2.
You guys are mental, bro. You guys are mental.
Thank you.
I mean, Thieves aren't even making.
You guys are mental, bro. All right, Optic versus Toronto. Now this is going to be the game of the fucking. This is going to be the game of the major.
I think Optic win 3-1.
Okay.
Reaper? What do you think, Ben?
I think I'm gonna leave it up to you. So I'm gonna say Toronto win 3-2.
No, I think Optic win 3-2.
Alright.
Okay.
3-2.
I think Hook has the ice in the S&Ds.
Alright, Toronto versus Minnesota Rocker.
Battle of the North.
Battle of the North, and for the grand final spot, eh?
Minnesota win 3-0.
Yes, I love it. Let's go.
All right, yeah. Minnesota 3-0. I love being last pick and not mattering. It's great. Alrighty. CD, I'll fix your website. Alright, best of 7, boys, okay?
Wow.
I've paused the
Minnesota
clock.
win
I've
4-0.
paused the clock, okay? Wow, Minnesota win 4-0, okay? Yeah. And we're going with that recency bias, are we? Okay. They win 2 games, they're the greatest team on earth. Okay, true. My bad, boys. Where did they lose to? Let's see who Rocker loses to down here. Let's have a look. I want to go back to the start, bro. I just want to see. He's got a good slice of the pie, they said. Oh, that's the optic, alright.
Rocker is making it to grand final, but from upper bracket.
No, fuck off. They're not being fucking optic.
They're not doing it, right? This is our time! Like last time was our time, okay?
Honestly, I think it's going to be a tight final, and I reckon it's 4-3.
Ooh. I'm going to go on recency bias. I'm kidding. I'm going to follow trend though, and majority of majors this year have been 4-2. I think Optic win 4-2.
I think Optic, if this is the actual grand final, man, honestly, if this is the real fucking grand final, Optic win 4-0, okay? They win 4-0. This has been a shambles, and Reaper, I'm blaming you, okay?
No,
But
I wasn't the one that was fucking subliners over fucking gorillas. Oh, let's go gorillas over subliners, boys. Yeah, that's gonna
So, all I'm gonna say is it's both your faults because for my outrageous pick, someone else had to go with it.
Like,
I was taking the piss out of that, and you're like, oh yes! Let's go for it, boys! Me.
Alright, 4-2. I think it was around the middle, okay? I think Reaper said 4-3, Cookie said 4-2, I said 4-0, so we'll go with 4-2 as the middle pick.
We're all pretty safe on Optic winning the major.
Look, if Optic don't win this, man, they have fumbled their bag. I think we can all be genuinely honest. This has been a fun bracket to do. Probably the funnest bracket we've done. But yeah, it was good. It was good content. It was good content. I'll give it. It was good content. But
you are.
I have to go pick up a human being at a train station in about 12 minutes.
Yeah,
so
go. You need to go get him from a train station.
I'll leave you.
Is there no buses?
Well, fucking, some people don't know that there's buses, and they don't like taking buses. So
But they're on a train?
I get it.
I know.
Buses kind of smell and shit.
So do
Alright,
trains, especially the city ones.
Leave you.
Catch you, bro. Goodbye.
But that
Big love, man.
fucking, I can see that fucking bracket happening.
Yeah, I do not get it. No, I'm not saving that bracket. Bye.
Save it. Betty,
Do it.
save
Gone.
it.
Save
It's
it.
gone, bro.
Save it.
It's
Save
gone.
it for the
It's already
fucking
gone.
lols.
I'm not saving that, bro. No, you fuck all y'all, bro. Fuck all y'all. You just want me to lose. Why?
dead.
Go get your
I'm
fucking
for all, okay.
train.
I'm going. I'm trying to say goodbye. See ya. I'll
Bye.
talk to you later.
Goodbye.
See you, right?
Oh, alrighty. Well, it feels like the IGL podcast has come to a close. Natural
have to.
conclusion.
Yeah.
Look, it's going to be an interesting major. We're going to see a huge shake-up in the score, in the standings, sorry, and obviously going into the major. Champs. And Champs is just around the corner, which, Cookie Man, I'll let you know now, I have Champs Monday off. So it doesn't matter who's playing Champs Monday, we will be watching it. 19th of June.
One sec. I know there's a public holiday around that time down here.
No, yeah, it's a week before.
Fuck!
Somebody's got to chuck a sickie.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think you might have to, bro. I'm having a personal day. I said, I told my bosses, like, so what's these personal days? Because I used to work hospital. I don't understand what it is. He's like, yeah, man, you just come up to me and say, hey, I want a personal day on a day coming up about a month away. And I'm like, cool.
So, wait, I can still get paid for having a day off work?
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, yeah, no, we'll just take a holiday day or something. Be right. Sure, you have enough hours for a day in lieu or something. I'm like, all right, well, that's fucking weird. Having time banked.
Might have to chuck a secret sickie.
Yeah, a little secret get a little ramen.
4:00 Sunday afternoon. Oh, boss, I fucking feel crook as a dog.
Yeah. I seen you at the pub. Nah. It wasn't me. That was a different cookie. That was cookie with 2 C's.
Cookie with 1 O.
Yeah, that was like cookie. Yeah, it was cocky. That was cocky, bro. This isn't cookie, bro. It turns out he's actually a big fan of the pod.
Who's that one view we get?
He comes to work, he's like, I heard about the sickie. It's all good.
Yeah, I go to work tomorrow. I have a Teams message from the boss. So you're taking this day off? Well, I mean, seeing you know about it. If you watch, you must like COD, so you must be all right with it.
Yeah. He's like, I'll see you down the pub. See you down. These are on me.
Like, I'll grab the 6-pack. You grab the food.
Says thieves are going to be chimps. You're like, no! No!
The team's going out top 12.
Look, he says, oh, you can have the day off only if Clayster makes champs. You're like, no!
If Surge make the Sunday games. You can have it off. Oh, fuck, I'll see you on Monday then.
Yes. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into the IGL podcast. The best way to spend your Tuesday night. Final thoughts, Cookie.
Brock and Dark Horse. Actually, you can't even really say that Dark Horse. Gorillas, Dark Horse. Gorillas to win Major 5. Should I do that for? My pick'ems are chalked already. I may as well fucking do it.
Don't do them tonight, bro. Do not do them tonight. Come to them tomorrow and think about it, alright?
No, I'm so far behind. I may as well be starting to pay $5, $20, whatever the fuck it is.
I know. We need to discuss this before, otherwise, whoever's winning is going to be like,
how much it is.
Yeah, someone's going to scroll back through the messages.
Yeah, if Reef wins, it'll be like, I'm pretty sure it was $100 from it. Yeah, maybe it's your wedding gift as well.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we threw CDL Pick'ems to give you this wedding gift. Actually. Yeah, that's what we did. Yeah. There you go, man.
It seem like we've got no fucking knowledge.
Yeah,
but like next year we're gonna fucking destroy.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah, we just did it. But one last thing from me is I really hope that Plutonium doesn't go down over the next week. And I hope that for some reason SM2 is allowed to keep going forward, man, because I think that's honestly one of the best things happening to COD right now. Otherwise, I hope my theory is true about Activision actually taking care about some of these older CODs. Maybe bringing us back. I wouldn't even want remasters. I just want them looked after. You know what I mean? Maybe like server browser and the issues fixed with them, hackers gone out of them. I would just love to see.
The issue is, it is Activision, and we know they'll do it as a remaster because they can fucking get some more money out of it. And they'll still only half-ass the remaster.
I understand, but I'm just hoping. Hopefully, maybe, potentially. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming, swinging by, and have a great night. Yeah, peace out. Peace. Big love.